We'll go from the back to the front. The last three cars in the lineup, all starting on time, did not make the Elite Eight for the redraw, and here's how they are. In 11th starting position, hailing from Lansing, Michigan, driving the Dowker Titanium Roadster, sponsored by Wholesale Diamond Exchange and the Michigan Hill Gang. It's Carl Bonsai Becker. Becker on the starting in 11th. Starting in 10th position tonight, his teammate from Wyoming, Michigan, driving the Kennewa Auto Supply, number 10, Michigan Hill Gang sponsored driver, Gary Waldron. G-Dub has run quite a few of these, almost every one since the first one 13 years ago. Starting on the inside of row number 5 and 9th starting position, hailing from Goshen, Indiana, 73 years old, driving the Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen, number 08, White Lightning Transportation Racer, Danny Ray. Danny Ray in the 08. Starting in 8th position now. These are your Elite 8 drivers. After the time trials, they redrew for their starting position. The driver starting in 8th, hailing from Cicero, New York, driving the number 28, sponsored by Creative Assistant, it's Steven Vincent. The Teach starts 8th. Starting in 7th position, in the Belfab Racing Products, RW Woodworking, number 25 from Goshen, Indiana, Bob Gangwer. Outside of row number 6, making his first SUPRS All-Star Classic start from Liverpool, New York, in the Lindsay Aggregates, number 26, Greg Breen. Breen makes his first start here tonight at the All-Star Classic 200. On the inside of row number 3, starting in 5th position, hailing from North Syracuse, New York, sponsored by teesforecast.com. Keep your eye on this guy. He is super steady out there, has done well in practice and all night long. We think he's going to have a great finish here today. We're talking about Anthony Corsiniti, the Quiet Storm. He starts in 5th. Starting in 4th position, another driver making his first SUPRS All-Star Classic 200 start. Hailing from Baldwinsville, New York, in the Nance Brothers Racing, Hahn Welding Supply, number 168, your rookie. His first season of SUPRS Racing, going for the Icings on Top Rookie of the Year award. It's Daniel Nance. Nance, hoping to finish the 200 for the first time in his career. On the inside of row number 2 and 3rd starting position, matching the number of this driver from Liverpool, New York, sponsored by BMK Logistics and Chasing Cameras, your new track record holder, your 2021 SUPRS All-Star Classic 200 champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brad Keyser, the coach. Starts inside row 2. Now to the front row. This driver hails from Crestline, Ohio. He's sponsored by Icings on Top, Mayfield Garage, and CPR Motorsports. He is your 2012 SUPRS All-Star Classic champion. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the driver of the number 41. It's Keith. Put one on you, Powell. Powell in the 41. And on the pole after the redraw from Oswego, New York, in the Simability, number 13, Hard Charger Rapid, Ryan Clunan. Clunan on the pole, and that's your starting lineup for SUPRS 13th Annual All-Star Classic 200 here at Star Speedway. Drivers strapping into their sim racing rigs, getting ready to go. This race traditionally does not have a lot of cautions. We'll see if that can make up for last week's race at Martinsville. Field getting set now on the starting grid. And a couple of two-time winners of this race. So most all-time is Ray Sand Jr. He was the first driver to go back-to-back. That was in 2013 and 14. Sand also won the very first SUPRS All-Star Classic 200 in 2011. And then you had Steve Callahan go back-to-back in 2015 and 2016. He was the first driver to lead all 200 laps. And then Rob Warren went back, or won 2017 and 2019. Field rolling here at Star. Drivers being advised, it's a long race. Keep their wits about you and keep an egg under the throttle. Here come off turn 4. Get ready to go. 200 laps of Macadamia. Green flag flies. Everybody through turn 1 okay, and on down the backstretch. Anthony Corsinini with problems. Greg Breen with problems as well. Field starting to string out a little bit as Powell goes to work on the 168 of Nance. Up front, it's Clunan with the lead. Keyser in second. Lap traffic will definitely be an issue here tonight at Star. This tight quarter-mile track. Keyser into the lead, lap 5. Coming up on the lap traffic already. Carl Becker, 79 years old, will be 80 years old in May this year. Becker doing a great job holding his line up high as the field cycles by, and that gets tight off of turn 4. Single file throughout the field from 1st to 11th. 10 laps into the 200. Greg Breen has trouble in the backstretch. All right, caution on the racetrack, lap number 12. The caution is out for the 26 of Greg Breen, who spun. Tough luck for the driver making his first All-Star Classic 200 start here tonight. Greg Breen around here on lap 12 of the 200. Caution laps do count here tonight. Oh, Greg Breen out of the race. Trouble apparently on the 26. And he is parked and out of the race. White flag's out. We're going to go back to racing here at SUPRS All-Star Classic 200. Keyser, Clunan, 1 and 2. Daniel Nance, the rookie, second and third.
Green, 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 green.
Anthony Corsinini gets into the back of Keith Powell, spins it, no yellow though. Oh, tough luck for Corsinini. He gets him turned back around and gets rolling again. He's going to go down a lap though. Brad Keyser's coming around to get him. Corsinini fighting to stay on the lead lap. 24 in this time by the stripe. Wow, look at that. Clunen's right there, right behind Keyser. Keyser gets by the 12. Clunen goes by as well. Daniel Nance, rookie, will be the next one to try to get by the lap car of the number 12. Corsinia, look at this. Here comes some double trouble. Carl Becker also involved. Corsinia staying at the bottom. Becker staying on the top side. Corsinia goes by Becker. Brett Keyser has a little bit of open track now, and that's good for him. He's going to be able to stretch that lead out just a little bit. Carl Becker's around on the front stretch down low. He keeps rolling. No yellow for Becker. Gary Waldron drops out. The 10 of Waldron. Dropping out of the race here tonight at the All-Star Classic 200. Tough luck for the Michigan Hill Gang member. Danny Ray going down a lap. There are two septuagenarians. Both down a lap or two here tonight already. Couple of guys getting down into the infield. Greg Breen, the first one, getting there's some dirt mounds around the light poles. Possibly Breen getting into those a little bit, doing some damage to the 26. He was unable to get back out of the infield. And then Gary Waldron having problems as well. 40 laps into the 200. Your leader, Brad Keyser. Second place belongs to Ryan Clunen. As Keith Powell starting to reel in the 168 of Daniel Nance now. That's a battle shaping up for third place on the track. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. I looked over at the stream. Keyser, Clunen, Nance, 1, 2, 3, Keith Powell in fourth. he is. He's right there. Powell. And the 41. The rookie, Daniel Nance, setting in third. 53 laps in. And Carl Becker calling it a night. Becker out of the race. The veteran calling it a night. Looks like he's driving around the back there. I'm not sure where Carl's going, but it looks like he might be trying to get back out onto the track. We'll see if Becker's going to roll into his pit stall there. And it looks like Carl Becker might be working on the car. And he calls it a night. Climbing out of the darker titanium roadster. So Becker out of this one. Down to 6 cars on track, 62 laps in. Back up front with Brad Keyser. He's putting Powell a lap down. Powell running in 4th. Keyser looking to lap the field here today. Dave-O was the first driver to do that in 2020. That was the same year that we ran 145 green flag laps, so 187 green flag laps last year. That's the most ever green flag laps here at the All-Star Classic 200. As Keyser working his way up through about a half a track behind the 13 of Clunin. He's in second place. All the cars on the same straightaway, just about, of the 6 out of 11 that are left. 7 out of 11 make that. 70 laps now clicked off. And look at this, Powell back on attack on Daniel Nance. That's battle for position. Of course, you need to remember, down several laps now after having spun into the infield early in the race. Gangler out of the race after hitting the inner pit wall. Breen, the first car out after bouncing it off the infield around a light pole. Keith put one on you, Powell. Is he ready to put one on the rookie of Daniel Nance? We'll see. Powell generally wait until later in the race to make a charge, but it looks like he feels like he wants to attack right now. Here he comes. He's right to the rear nerf bar, the 168. And Corsiniti is a lap car in front of those two. And Keyser has lapped the field on lap 76. Steven Vincent still hanging strong out there. 3 laps down to your leader, Brad Keyser. Vincent in the number 28 Creative Assistant machine. Powell in car with that nose cam. A great shot from Breeze Graphics right there, just showing how close he is to the rookie Daniel Nance. He is right on the rear nerf bar, and they're starting to catch Corsiniti. Corsiniti, one of the most courteous drivers out there on the track. When he gets that layover flag, I know he'll lay over, but right now the cars are far enough back. Here comes Powell. Look at this, down low. Powell looking low down the back chute, putting the pressure on the rookie, trying to shake something loose there as they come up to the rear nerf bar of Corsiniti. Corsiniti about 3 car lengths make that now down the back stretch as Daniel Nan's going pretty deep into the corner. That's allowed Powell to just rotate through the corner. He's right there. Here he comes again off of turn 2. That's a tricky place to get the traction down and try to get underneath another driver to make the pass. Corsiniti stays high. Heeds the layover flag. They go down into 1. Powell cuts it hard off of 2. Tries to get underneath Nans. This is the battle now for 3rd place on the racetrack. Powell, right there, gets him going down the backstretch. Keith Powell into 3rd place on lap number 86. Goes the rookie the way around as they put Danny Ray another lap down. Now Corsiniti trying to unlap himself from Nans as they go by. And here comes your leader, Brad Keyser, trying to get in. Boy, that's the problems there. Keyser getting into the back end of Nans. We don't know how much nose damage he could have now for the leader, although he has a 2-lap lead. I had 1 lap make that on 2nd place. Brad Keyser maybe being a little anxious with that big of a lead on the back end of a lap car. And so we'll keep an eye on that though. But Keyser now putting Keith Powell down another lap. Powell on the same lap, or will be as soon as Keyser gets to Clunan. Clunan's about a half a track ahead of him right now. Clunan 1 lap down, and Powell and Nans 2 laps down. Vincent is 3 laps down in the top 5. And Corsiniti and Vincent actually on the same lap out there. So that's about a straightaway difference that Vincent has a lead on Corsiniti. About a straightaway there from 5th to 6th. So Corsiniti's still trying to stay in it. He's stuck behind the 168 of Daniel Nans right now. And, you know, he doesn't really want to race him because he's down 2 laps to Nans. But at the same time, Nans is kind of holding him up. It looks like Corsiniti's car is starting to come in the teesforecast.com number 12. And we are just past halfway. And your leader, Brad Keyser. 2nd place belongs to Ryan Clunan. 3rd, Keith Powell in the 41. In 4th place, it's the rookie, Daniel Nans in the 168. 5th place belongs to that black and gold machine of Stephen Vincent in the 28. 6th place, Anthony Corsiniti in the blue number 12. He's the last car running on the track right now. Out of the race, Danny Ray in the 08 in 7th place. Off the track, the 42 of Carl Becker, 25 of Bob Gangler, 10 of Gary Waldron, 26 of Greg Breen. Oh, Vincent with problem down through the infield. He gets it squared back away, though, down in turn 3 and 4. Boy, he got in the brakes hard and got sideways. And how about that? You know what that does? That allows Anthony Corsiniti to really reel him in. Daniel Nans is now to the rear nerf bar of the 28. Nans 2 laps up on Vincent. So Vincent will be getting a layover flag for Nance. That's going to help Corsinini out. But here comes second place, Ryan Clunin, and your leader, Brad Kieser, on the same straightaway as all this action. As Vincent lays up, and here comes Corsinini. Corsinini goes by. Vincent stays high. Clunin trying to stay within a lap. He's down 2 laps now. Trying not to go down another lap, and he's going to have to lay over for Kieser. Corsinini slides high, and all the cars on the same straightaway now except for Keith Powell. And Vincent goes around, turn 3. Vincent goes around, lap 115. Steven Vincent around, just a long, lazy slider down in turn number 3. Tough luck for Vincent as he was battling, trying to get through some lap traffic. Again, just got to the brakes a little hard. And a pace car coming around the field. Steven Vincent trying to get to the back. $119 laps in as we cross the stripe this time, and a white flag is out. Brad Kieser, and boy, that caution came just a little too late for Ryan Clunin to try to stay on, not to go down another lap. But here comes the green flag back out. Brad Kieser brings him down. Good start. Kieser, Clunin, Powell, Nance. Nance behind the 41 of Powell. And those two are on the same lap as Ryan Clunin. Well, Ryan Clunin a lap ahead. No, they're all on the 3 on the same. So second, third, and fourth on the same lap. 2 laps behind your leader, Brad Kieser. 75 to go, this time by the stripe for your leader, Brad Kieser. Fans, don't forget to visit supers.net, your home for real Supermodified racing schedules, as well as online Supermodified sim racing. Become a member of the original Supermodified sim racing sanction. Your $25 donation a year goes to help injured Supermodified drivers. We're here live at the SUPRS 13th Annual All-Star Classic 200 at Star Speedway, where Brad Kieser is your leader, 128 laps into the 200. Ryan Clunin in second, Keith Powell third, Daniel Nance fourth. Clunin, Powell, Nance on the same lap, 2 laps behind your leader, Kieser. Anthony Corsinini then back 3 laps to 4th place running Daniel Nance, or 3 laps, excuse me. He's in 5th. Steven Vincent back another lap In 6th, Danny Ray is your last car on the track in 7th position. Powell now has been able to pull a little bit away from the 168 of Nans and has a clear track in front of him to try to chase down Ryan Clunan. About a straightaway difference from 2nd to 3rd. Geezer down in turn 4 underneath the rookie Daniel Nance. Nance doing a great job. Keeping the blue flag. Powell about a second behind Clunan. Powell working his way as we're cockpit with Brad Keyser, your leader. He is coming up on Keith Powell, who sits in 3rd. This will put Powell 3 laps down. What Powell doesn't need right now is a caution flag before Keyser can get to Clunan. Powell's going to try to latch onto the back of the 3 and draft up to the 13. That distance has stayed pretty much the same, about a straightaway. You just tuned in. This is the SUPRS 13th Annual All-Star Classic 200 at Star Speedway. Race number 1 of the 2023 SUPRS Triple Crown of Supermodified Sim Racing, presented by Icings on Top. That Icings on Top car running in 3rd position right now. Keith Powell in the Mayfield Missile, trying to reel in 2nd place running Ryan Clunan. Laps to go. Brad Keyser in command, your 2021 winner of this race. Keyser around the 08 of Danny Ray. Powell just not able to catch up any to Clunan. The distance has stayed pretty much the same. Clunan's working on a lap car, Stephen Vincent, right now. And he's going to encounter the 168 of Daniel Nance next, but Powell's going to have to work his way through that as well. As here comes your leader, Brad Keyser, looking to put Ryan Clunan 3 laps down. Now, Keyser with 3 laps on the field. Say hi, easy, easy, easy. Here. Get close to 25 to go, and Keyser has this race in command. He's in command of this race as he's looking to put another lap on third place running Keith Powell. Powell lets him go. 4 laps now on Clunan and Powell. Nance about to go down 5 laps. Keyser works past the 0-8 of Danny Ray. Been interesting to watch Clunan be able to keep the car underneath him tonight. Sunday night during practice, he had a really rough handling machine and said he was not going to use that setup, but it clearly shows that he's made some great changes to that SimAbility number 13 out there. That in second place, he was your second quick qualifier as well. Anthony Corsiniti still digging along out there, and had it not been for his spin into the infield early in the race, just getting away from him, he would probably be right there on that same lap as Clunan, Powell, and Nance. Quiet storm, Anthony Corsiniti in the teamsforecast.com blue number 12 out there on the racetrack, sitting in 5th position. Keyser just now goes by that number 12 to put him another lap down. 15 to go this time by the stripe. Keyser has the BMK Logistics number 3 hooked up and flying out there, looking to join the multi-time winners club. There's only been 4 in the history of race that have done it, 13 years, and Keyser's looking to join that club. He just has to bring it home now in one piece. On cruise control in the Chasing Cameras machine, Brad Keyser out of Liverpool, New York, your leader, as he's looking to put Rapid Ryan Clunan down another lap. Less than 10 to go now. Less than 10 to go. 8, as a matter of fact. 8 laps left in the Supers 13th Annual All-Star Classic 200. Five laps left. 5 laps. Just 5 to go. In the first race of the 2023 Triple Crown of Supermodified Sim Racing, Brad Keyser put another lap on second place running Ryan Clunan. Keyser in that BMK Logistics number 3. Putting a spanking on the field. 2 to go for the driver from Liverpool, New York. This time by the stripe as he comes out of turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag. Brad Keyser looking to win his second Supers All-Star Classic 200. Here he comes through turn number 4. Brad Keyser wins the 13th Annual All-Star Classic 200. Ryan Clunan going to try to finish it out home in second place. Then Keith Powell crosses the stripe in third. Daniel Nance in for fourth place. Great job by the rookie. And then it's going to be Anthony Corsiniti in for fifth. Steven Vincent doing a good job in for sixth. And Danny Ray hangs on in for seventh place. Your last car on the track. And there he is in Victory Square here at the famed Star Speedway in Epping, New Hampshire, winning his second Supers All-Star Classic 200, Brad Keyser. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to talk to our winner here tonight and our rookie of the race, Daniel Nance. When we come back, you're enjoying live Supermodified Sim Racing, the finest on the Supers Broadcasting Network.